Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, alright, somebody else. Now I must face life by myself. You broke so many rules at school. I took the blame for you. I guess I was the fool. You used to sneak me notes in class. I'd wink my eye and laugh. Those days went by so fast.
What is up, my family? What is up, YouTube? What is up, UTZ? It's your boy ColbyLondon. I'm back here with another reaction video. This time it's the exes meeting again. Y'all already know when exes meet each other after the first time, it don't end so well. It really don't. And guess what I done figured out to do? I forgot to turn on my damn record. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta turn this. Whoo, I'm gonna get my life together one day. I done just started this video. I ain't even got my recorder on. I ain't got none of that on. I ain't got my life together. I'm gonna learn. One of these days I'm gonna learn. Alright, give me just a second, y'all. It's alright, it's on now. Alright, anyway. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Link to the original video in the description down below. If you got any videos you want me to react to, comment that. Without further ado, let's get straight to it.
Why do you love me?
He don't love you!
Such meaningful, beautiful questions.
Sorry, y'all. He don't love you. You were X for a reason. If he loved you, you wouldn't be no X. Toxicity. Toxicity. That's all I am.
What are your 3 favorite memories we share?
3 favorite memories that we shared.
He's
I
sweating.
would say when you first told me you loved me, I think it hit me so hard because I had never had that happen before. I was used to kind of being the one that kind of fell too quickly with women, and to have someone that loved me, and I was kind of shook. But it was I was low key internally oh yeah. Another memory
Gari,
is Poconos.
7 years.
That was awesome, just because it was one of the first times we kind of took an opportunity to go away on our own. Felt kind of grown up. That whole weekend was just filled with laughs and joy, and it was one of those indicators and reminders there's someone I could just truly just be.
Y'all wanna know what's funny? You can tell when two people are exes or they were together. You can tell they fit each other because look at these two, y'all. Look at these two. They both got glasses. They both have nose rings. They both have short hair. I'm pretty sure they're more on the spiritual side of everything. If you can see, she has a little necklace on. What's it called? Yin yang necklace, whatever it is. You can tell. You can tell when two people are together and if they fit each other well. Cause they just got the same vibe. That's how relationships start. They start off with if you fit that person that you're trying to get with. You can just tell. It's cute.
And
it's cute.
Also, this happens to be my partner, so that was cool. And then third favorite memory, I think, of us. I don't know. We had various times in which we stayed up and broke night, and I think it was actually when we first started talking. We stayed up and watched the sunset. We might have been FaceTiming and then we lost track of time and realized it was 7 in the morning, and we'd been talking since 10 p.m. that night.
I remember that.
I think I read you my mother's letter,
You did.
and it was one of those breakthroughs of, damn, I kind of trust her. I really trust her. Not kind of, I really trust her. And we kind of open up that much more to each other that night. So that was one that I recall. So, what did you first think when I first brought up the past as a sort of addition or sort of marker into our relationship?
I was definitely taken aback. I think I was taken aback because classically men are possessive, or people are possessive, but men are very like, my woman is my woman. And so the first thing that struck me was, this is interesting. What do you mean a pass for me? I remember thinking, okay, because I'm not typically very trusting, you know. I was thinking, is this something that you want to get at? Is there something you want to get out of it that you're like trying to spin towards me? It also just felt uncomfortable to have so much focus put on me and like figure out what you want, go explore your desires. And I was like, I don't know how to. I don't know that I actually will do it. And I remember the parameters around it being more about exploring with women, because that's something that still gives me anxiety now. So like, I remember feeling anxious, confused a little bit, a little excited. Like, okay, what does this mean? But yeah, I totally did not know how much it would mean beyond that. But those were the first thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't really want to consult anybody because, like, as you said, sometimes people are possessive, and then it becomes like, why would you let that happen? But what it was for me, it was like, that's your friend at the end of the day. Like, we were partners, we were dating, but it was like, this is your friend, and if your friend desires a certain level of growth or potentially, like, explorative about it, don't silence that voice, because eventually it's going to clap back. And then it's going to clap back in a way that you don't like.
Right.
And so it's like, let's see where this person is. Because you talked about it, like, kind of like, gestured around it long enough. Yeah. I was like maybe. And I think the hard part was kind of figuring out what that looks like. But it was like, yo, like, you're going to just give her the green light to kind of, like, do. And whatever that comes in the form of, but you also know your sort of own limitations. Like, you're not trying to hear every single, like, detail of, like, X, Y, and Z that happened, because that would hurt your feelings. The fear of doing it didn't stop you from doing it.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just springboarded from there.
I think fear was actually probably a pretty fair thing, too. I think fear of our relationship changing and losing you. I think more so the fear about you going forth with other people wouldn't be... Of course, it was like a jealousy, possessive thing, but I think it was more so that you would forge a new relationship with somebody else and then forget about me, even though...
We did it 3 years.
Right. It was silly, but I think that was definitely like a irrational fear that was driving a lot of feelings behind that. Yeah.
And then I think...
I mean, y'all, that happens, y'all. I mean, you could be scared. You could be scared to lose somebody, and it could drive you to do some weird things because you're just scared to lose that person. I mean, it happens a lot. I mean, it's just common. Like, if you love somebody and you never want them to leave your life, eventually you're gonna get that feeling of you're scared for them to leave your life because you really just love that person that much, and it might end up making you do a couple crazy things for some love. But I like these two. These two, they pretty mature. This is just part one. I gotta watch part two because they are really mature so far. And well, they probably grown as hell. They probably like 30 something. That's probably why they so goddamn mature. Get some teenagers in here. Motherfuckers gonna be like, I hate you.
Also, it was one of those, like, opportunities to explore me outside of Raheem and Gary. Because I think, just especially at Wesleyan and the bubble that it was, we were almost like a package deal. I was like, oh, like, Raheem, like, Gary shouldn't be too far behind. I'm like, yo, come on. Like I loved you, and I love you so much. But it was like, yo, like, we are two separate people.
Right.
We not into the same things all the time. We used to be high-key, like, not wanting to talk to people. I'm like the social butterfly.
The social butterfly.
But what is Raheem going to do? Yeah. And he has to get to know Raheem outside of the context of Raheem and Gary.
So what he pretty much saying, y'all, is that he's pretty much saying that, damn, I had my thought. I sounded so smart in my head before I paused this. I had my thought. He's pretty much saying they need to find themselves outside of the relationship. They need to find who they really were, and if they really fitted each other. That's what he's pretty much saying. They need to find themselves. Telling y'all, don't be getting into these relationships, y'all. Don't do it. Don't get into these relationships, y'all, if you don't know who you are walking into the relationship. I'ma keep it like that. If you don't know who you are walking into the relationship, don't get into no relationship. Cause honestly, it's not gonna work out. You gotta know who you are. Which is why I'm not in a relationship, and you ain't gonna catch me in no relationship no goddamn time soon. Probably not in the next 4-5 years. You ain't gonna catch me in no goddamn relationship. Cause guess what? I'm not gonna sacrifice myself for nobody. And I like to know who I am before I get into anything with anybody. Simple as that. Hell, I'm happy alone. Shit, you see all you see this? You see all this? You see this glow? You see? I know y'all see this glow. Alright then. Ain't no female put this glow on my face. I did that.
In a social relationship.
I did that.
Hanging out with different people and not having you around, just to see if like these are legitimate friendships and relationships that would transcend Wesleyan, or is it dependent on us being together? So,
Yeah.
When was the last time I disappointed you, and how do you feel about it now?
Ah, shit.
When was the last time you disappointed?
This one finna hurt.
Thank you. How do I feel about it now? That's a good question. And I feel tearful because
He a good
I
man.
think of our relationship, especially towards the end, about how much I've disappointed you, that I don't really think about how you've disappointed me as much anymore. Like, I know you stressed me out in our relationship, and I knew I used to be mad all the time, but I feel like I weigh how much things were, and I feel like I've done so much more. So I don't really think about all the things that you could have done. Yeah, disappointed. Just like thinking about our senior year, I can't even think about a time when I was necessarily disappointed. Because even, I guess what I could say would be disappointed that you didn't want to entertain the conversation around polyamory. But at that point, it wasn't so much disappointment because, I mean, you know, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. I already pushed you all the way to the edge. And so it makes sense that, you know, the way that the conversation unfolded after that point happened as it did. So, I don't know. So, but how I feel about this now, about any disappointment, is just that I feel like I disappointed you a lot. Or, I think my disappointment was such a grand disappointment.
She is a woman. She is a woman. I promise you. For the older folks that are watching my channel right now, I'm finna give y'all insight onto how it is for the younger folks. Alright? It is like going it's like going to heaven and trying to walk clean up into the estate of where the Almighty Lord stays, trying to get a woman to confront and what's the word? Speak on. No, that ain't it. Take claim to what they did wrong. There we go. It is hard nowadays to get these young girls to take claim to what they did wrong. Like, I'm surprised he ain't crying, because I would have been crying. I would be like, oh shit, you admit that you was in the wrong? You know that don't happen. That's their maturity in her, and that's their maturity in him, just coming together, and it's just making butterflies, and they just flying all over the sky. Cause, oh, that got me hyped. Y'all. That got me hyped because she is mature. I love a mature woman. That's why I'm gonna say it again. That's why I ain't in no relationship, because I can't do it. Y'all. Can't do it. If you ain't mature, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. But she admitted. It's the fact that she admitted that she disappointed him. He wasn't really disappointing her. That shows that he was a good man in the relationship. First of all, hands down, that shows he was a good man in the relationship. But she admitted to her wrongs and her flaws and how she really disappointed him. So she taking claim. She's taking claim. She's taking claim. Oh my God. Whew. I don't need to watch no more of the video. We can cut the video off right now. Part two. We gotta do a part 2.
About it regarding our friendship, that I feel like I don't feel like I'm allowed to feel a way about anything else. And like it's also just drastically diminished the weight of everything else. Yeah.
It's like, you know, I think in some ways there were little things in which I probably did to disappoint you, like stop doing those little things, but it was also like we stopped spending as much time together too.
I love these two. I'm sorry. I love these two because they admit between each other. They are openly admitting that they did wrong. One of them doesn't have to make a point just for the other to be like, okay, yeah, I messed up. No, one of them be like, I messed up. The other one be like, I messed up too. And they talk about it. I love these two. This is what a relationship's supposed to be like. Who got me all warm on the inside and fuzzy on the inside and shit. Ooh, just want to kiss these two on the forehead.
Like, as we were about to go through this change in college graduation, it was like we were spending less and less time together. And we lived in the same apartment. So that was kind of like a trip, you know? Senior week, all you wanted to do was spend time with Nate. And it was like... And I think, you know, I would say I'm disappointed in myself for not just speaking up and calling that out for what it is. It's like, yo, wait, what? Like, we're not going to be in the same state. You're moving to down south. I'm moving back home. We should want to spend time together. And I think I'm disappointed in myself at times for not speaking up and vocalizing that.
What do you think I am hesitant to tell you?
Just process that.
Part 2 coming. Oh, y'all just know part 2 is coming. I promise y'all part 2 is coming. Oh, yes. I love that. I love every part of that. Live, laugh, love. I gotta get part 2. I'm sorry, I can't hold y'all here. Link to the original bill be in the description down below. The maturity in them two is so good. It's so great. Live, laugh, love. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all got any videos y'all want me to react to next, make sure y'all drop that in the comment section down below. Without further ado, make sure y'all stay safe though. Make sure y'all my people, y'all my family. Y'all my family. If you hit that subscribe button that's like right here, you're my family. We family. We familiar. Alright. Y'all stay safe out there. But without further ado, y'all gotta go.
Broken inside, feel like I'm losing my mind. Can you please get on my side? Cause you've been wasting my time. No one can help me. Can somebody tell me?